Don't remember if we had beef. You don't remember how we had a falling out. Literally made up the most vicious lies about me and tried to ruin my life.
Why am I having an Aaron Carter flashback?
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for your donation.
Just because I'm passionate and raise my voice don't mean I'm angry.
And just because I'm passionate and I speak loud doesn't make me psychotic or manic. It means I'm passionate and I know how to speak.
Baby, I can turn it up!
Because it's the juice. And if you don't have the juice, you don't have it. So if you don't have the juice, you can't capitalize.
Fill the room with the juice. That's a lot of loot. That big fire. Yeah, she kinda.
I was about to take my happy self to sleep. I really was about to, and then out of nowhere, of course, hop on YouTube, haven't been on for a little bit, didn't know what was going on, and then of course I see Jeffree Star goes off on Trisha Paytas, and you already know, since we have been dabbling into Trisha Paytas content again, obviously we've heard her speak pretty well of Jeffree Star, have we not? At least in my perspective. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm co-signing for Trisha. If you've been on my channel for a while now, you're fully aware of how I feel about Trisha, the things she's done. I will never condone. I will never respect. However, what do you mean Jeffree Star went off on Trisha Paytas? The second I saw this, I was just like, immediately, we must stop, we must react, I must know what's going on. Now, if you're brand new here, hello, my name is Pearl, and in today's video, we are going to be reacting to whatever this is. Okay, because I'm genuinely so curious. I'm like, why would he go off on her anyway? And what is he saying? So with no further ado, because it is hot and I'm ready to get this makeup off of my face, let's see what the heck is going on.
I've been using BetterHelp for the last 3-ish months, and to make it...
Girl, I bet you have been. Okay, with the way the world is going. Yeah. You know what, let me be quiet. If anybody out there is in your therapy era, been there, done that, still in it, and I'm there for you, okay? It was just a little jokey joke. It was just a little jokey joke.
Remember when Jeffree was trying to stay far away from drama by enjoying his ranch and being in Wyoming? Well, he's dragged himself back into some drama by dragging Trisha on his TikTok live recently. And honestly, he didn't even need to say...
Not TikTok live, because you know Terry Joe supposedly went live with Jeffree, and obviously I watched the entire podcast with Trisha Paytas and Terry Joe. I just love his entire character. I just love it. I embody it. I'm here for it. It's just everything that I would ever want to be around. Like, I just love people like that. So yes, that is the first Trisha Paytas podcast that I watched from start to finish. And I believe it was like an hour and a half or something crazy.
Say all of what he did, because Trisha doesn't seem like she's in a place where she even wants to be in drama like that, as she was recently pretty nice to him when she was talking about him on Tana's podcast.
Jeffree Star canceled or not. Oh my gosh.
The way did I not say that in the beginning of the video? Did I not? Because I'm like, what do you mean went off and said what?
I think I'm just in a different era. I'm gonna just say not canceled, honestly, seriously, because I hate having beef in general or like looming things over my head. Like, I would just say not canceled to be cool with everybody.
But Jeffree was not a fan of what he recently saw of her, which seemed to be a clip of her downplaying their friendship ending, saying that she didn't remember what happened. Now, I have looked pretty hard to...
You know, I think she probably just disassociated a little bit, or doesn't want to remember the details, or feels like she was probably a little bit too sensitive about the entire thing. Because there are some arguments that I've been through in the past where I feel like, dang, I was just being way too sensitive. Like, I ruined a friendship over something that was very minor, very stupid, very small. And like, sometimes it just eats me up inside, especially if I'm like passing by the person's house or I see an old picture of us or something like that. Oh my God, the nostalgia be killing me, y'all.
To try and find the exact video that Jeffree is watching. It kind of sounds like he's reacting to a compilation of somebody putting together things that Trisha has said, and then he freaks out like he is not happy about what he heard her say and just went off on her.
You don't remember if we had beef. You don't remember how we had a falling out. Literally made up the most vicious lies about me and tried to ruin my life.
Why am I having an Aaron Carter flashback?
I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. I've been through the worst of the worst in my life. Tell that to the kid that used to take to islands. Tell that to the kid that you used to abuse and stuff in bunks.
Nick Carter and his wife Kit are the people who have harmed me and harmed my family. So if I'm dead tomorrow, that's why.
Wow. Rest in peace, Aaron.
And at the time, everyone was bored and people entertained her lies. It was so horrible for my mental health. And it said she don't remember. That's crazy. She don't remember. Oh, but she has a kid now. She's healed. No, she's awful. She's an evil person. This is crazy. She don't remember.
Okay. Tell me below, who do you think is more evil, Trisha Paytas or Jeffree Star? Let me know. Let me know. Put your number below. because I need to know. Because it's funny how people can say, oh, that person's evil, this person's evil, but there are people outside of them that are like, y'all are both evil. You know what I mean? Kind of like, should I say this? Yeah, kind of like Foodie Booty and FFG. I feel like if you're not in girl world, you would just see them both as like different types of evil, especially if you don't understand the FFG community and just kind of how they just like rage, and like the energy over there is just, it's just like, it's different. It's different from any other live channels that are doing commentary on Foodie Beauty, in my opinion. Let me know down below what you think, though.
So awful to me on his Vegas trip a year ago. It's fabulous getaway weekend with Jeffree in Vegas, which was so over the top and fun and amazing. It was the best weekend of my life.
It was so crazy, y'all. This uploaded a vlog about our trip. It was so beautiful and amazing. 4 months later, deletes it, makes up all the lies, trying to ruin my life. Y'all, this is crazy. I don't remember. You don't remember trying to ruin my life, girl? That's what I'm saying. Is like people just, someone said, let it go. Baby, I've already let it go. I'm the one that moved to Wyoming and got therapy and fixed a lot of issues that I was having.
Yikes, Trisha Paytas trying to ruin Jeffree Star's life. I don't even think that's possible. Do y'all think that's possible? I don't know. I don't know if... I just feel like they're on two different levels. I really do.
Because I was letting people get to me all the time. And just because I'm passionate and raise my voice, don't mean I'm angry.
And just because I'm passionate and I speak loud doesn't make me psychotic or manic. It means I'm passionate and I know how to speak.
Baby, I can turn it up! We're doing it. Y'all, I'm a comedian, baby. It's just so crazy how I really took this person in and they shit on me the first second people were starting to turn or felt any type of way. It was crazy. It's just very disheartening because human beings can be so awful. And to literally try to ruin...
You're telling me like buying a product from an influencer and not getting it and then being out $44. Like, you're telling me, you know what? Let me be quiet. Cause I'm never gonna let go of that $44. It's never gonna happen.
My life and then say you don't remember what happened. Is this a joke, you guys? I'm literally gonna throw up in my mouth. Like, I feel literally sick to my stomach. I'm so disrespected all the time.
So like I said, I could not find the video that he was reacting to, but whether or not Trisha was trying to say that she didn't remember what happened between her and Jeffree, it just sounds to me like she didn't want to talk about the situation again. We all know it was a big deal, and it might not be a big deal to Trisha anymore, but it's really big enough where like they're not going to be making up anytime soon, and she still talks about him the way that she did on Tana's podcast.
Let's just all say that video with Jeffree and Trisha Paytas, it was iconic. At the end of the day, it was iconic. It was an iconic moment. Just... the memories and the pink, like all the pink and the pink cars. Oh my gosh. I don't know. It's like, even though I hate them in different ways, or I should say dislike them in different ways, that was iconic. I gotta give it to them. It was iconic.
She talked about him in a nice way, but it didn't seem like they were about to make up. She wasn't like, oh, I love Jeffree, like da-da-da-da, like, you know? And with the way that Jeffree reacted to this, there's a lot to unpack. He says that
Jeffree is giving Cole Harrigan right here. Is he not? I feel like Cole is just like all up in my mind because of the Blueface stuff. Y'all, do y'all want me? I was going to do a video on Blueface and Krishan and all that, but I was just like, you know what? That's really not my territory. That's really not my content. But child, the way the drama over there is just...
that Trisha made up lies about him and tried to ruin him, and I feel like that's just totally wrong. She really didn't lie on his name at all to get people to not like him. Everything that came out about Trisha and Jeffree's friendship being over came from people that were close to Jeffree first. Trisha tried to keep quiet about their falling out for a long while, and she stuck by him and Shane through their massive cancellations, publicly defending them for so long, and everyone knew that, and it got her in a lot of trouble. People were coming for Trisha because they knew that she was friends with problematic people and she didn't care. But like I said, it wasn't really her that revealed Jeffree to be a bad friend. How it all went down is, if you guys remember, back a couple years ago, Jeffree and Trisha and some of his other friends and employees took a trip to Vegas. Trisha ended up leaving this trip early, and at the time didn't go into too many details as to why she left early, but later on, one of Jeffree's former friends on the trip came out in a video exposing Jeffree and his team, saying that they were being really mean to one person on the trip behind their back, body shaming them, talking about their weight, skin, hair, and more. Tab, who was the friend that came out about Jeffree and his friends, felt really bad, and in his video he said that he literally messaged the person that they were talking bad about and was just like, hey, you need to know about this because these people are not your friends. They're talking bad about you once you left. Let me just let you know. And he put in his video the DM that he received.
The way I remember this.
What are you staring at?
The way I remember this. Oh my. Remember, y'all? Oh my goodness.
Back from said person, and the message read, "Wow, thank you for this. Believe you 100%. He said a lot of things to my face that made me feel awful that trip. Hence why I left early. It is hard because I truly love him and know if I confront him, I will get backlash. You will, and ultimately I'll be the one canceled. It was the first time I saw his true colors. I'm in the same boat though. I just hate drama. And I'm just glad you let me know. I've kept my distance."
I just keep thinking about how Jeffree Star is a Scorpio and how I feel like actually, let me not even say it. Let me not even say it. But if you know, you know.
That trip, and this is just more confirmation. It sucks to hear it, but I'm glad you told me. You were so cool to me, and I'll always appreciate that. I'll reach out to Blake as well. I actually genuinely liked him, and Jeffree convinced me to not talk to him anymore. It's all so awful. For now, I'm just not going to say anything. My life is kind of awful right now, just a lot of personal stuff I don't post. So this is the last drama I need. Everyone felt in their gut that it was Trisha, since she had posted a video leaving that trip early, and obviously it ended up being Trisha. And she denied it at first, but over time, she began to kind of open up about things with Jeffree kind of being on the rocks, dropping little subtle hints and things like that. I don't even think they were on purpose, but Trisha just posts such long videos that she doesn't edit, and things just slip out, and people were kind of puzzling things together. Eventually, it all did come out because of Jeffree's wig guy, Hair by Jay. He did a live stream where he went off on Trisha, shaming her, calling her names. It was gross. It was another person that was coming out from Jeffree's side from this Vegas trip who was admitting that they had talked bad about Trisha. And the reason why he did this was because Trisha had eventually come out with a video where she did talk further about not being friends with Jeffree anymore, how hurt she was, and she said that on this trip she had a weird experience getting a wig. Jeffree was supposed to pay for her wig installation, but because she left early, she ended up paying. She felt like she was overcharged. And so Hair by Jay, being the wig guy, was offended that Trisha was talking about him in this way and went off on her.
For 2 weeks, she said that. Look at this stupid. She's saying, I'm gonna play it again. This stupid, dumb.
And I'm just gonna cut him off right there because he says the most vile, disgusting, gross, horrible things about Trisha. And let me just add that when Trisha came out and talked about her and Jeffree in the whole wig situation, she didn't even mention Hair by Jay by name. But here he was going off on her, and the way he reacted led Trisha to feel like he was threatening her because she ended up posting a video titled "Why I'm Scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay," where she basically
the flashbacks. Woo, y'all remember? Oh my god.
Opened up about everything that's happened. She explained that Jeffree and those on the Vegas trip did make her feel bad, and she was trying to keep the peace for a while and stay quiet because she thought that Shane and Rylan were going to have a wedding, and them being very close with Jeffree, she wanted things to be peaceful. But she felt like Jeffree had been giving mean girl vibes on that trip, and she said that she had vented to Rylan and Shane about all this, but they still continued their friendship with him. Everyone could see just how hurt Trisha was, and honestly, she didn't even need to say anything at the time because people were mad at what Hair by Jay was saying about Trisha in that live stream alone. Like, had Trisha never posted this "Why I'm Scared of Jeffree and Hair by Jay" video and explained more in depth about everything that went down, people still would have been coming for Jeffree just based on the fact that they were like, you're gonna let your employees talk about your friend that way? But with Trisha's video, it added a Shane and Rylan element to it because people were like, okay, you're telling me that Rylan and Shane heard you crying and really upset about the things that Jeffree and his friends were saying about you, and they continued the friendship? Like, if anything, the only thing that Trisha's videos did was expose Rylan and Shane, because everyone already heard from Tab and Hair by Jay that clearly they were talking bad about Trisha.
We talked about your skin. What your skin looks like to this day a whole year later.
And even though Trisha was really problematic at the time, people did feel really bad because they knew how close she was with Shane and Jeffree. And to hear that Jeffree was letting an employee shame her the way that he was, and he was going to continue to work with him, was really disappointing. And then obviously to learn that Jeffree himself had also made those comments was disappointing. And then after that, Rylan came out with the podcast, and basically him and Shane were going to continue being friends with Jeffree. And people just knew that it hurt Trisha. And it's what made the backlash against them so massive, like I said. Not because Trisha was leading the charge, but because people knew she cherished these friendships and they clearly weren't respecting her. And I think anyone, even those who didn't like her at the time or still don't like her, put themselves in her shoes for a second and could see, hey, that's not nice, and I would be sad too if my friends were talking about me in that way or not defending me in that way. And for Jeffree to say on his TikTok live that he was reacting to all this on that he's moved past it, I don't know if he's reacting the way that he was about something that Trisha is saying. Like, yes, it was a big deal when the public found out that they weren't friends, and it did get him a lot of hate, but it wasn't all because of one video Trisha made. It was because of everything coming out combined. His actions caused backlash. And I feel like Trisha really just doesn't want to remember that time anyway. Maybe that's why she's saying she didn't remember.
I literally said, I was like, maybe she's just disassociating. Like, she's trying not even to remember the details.
Why they weren't friends or what happened or what went down. I'm sure she remembers that they talked bad about her. You know, that's not something that you forget. If she magically forgot that they talked bad about her, I'm pretty sure that she would have been at that ranch in Wyoming and they would have filmed a little Malibu riding a yak video or something. But there's a reason why they're still not talking, and it's probably because she remembers it. And the other thing is, would Jeffree have rather her get into everything again? If they're on the topic of Jeffree, did he want her to say, oh, I don't like Jeffree because he did this, this, and this? Like, maybe it's for the best that she said she didn't remember. Like, he should maybe be appreciative that she didn't want to continue that narrative about him or something, or add to it anymore. It's not-
and I felt like she could have went in. Honestly, I really felt like she could have went in, and I was just thinking, maybe she wants to be back into that whole little, you know, circle, like Jeffree and Shane, and just you know, just have things cordial, which she did state. But I feel like the way she did it was very much like a neutral type base. Like she wasn't necessarily like, Jeffree's the greatest person ever, you know what I mean? But she was just like, he's not canceled, you know? Like it just seemed, I don't know, overly friendly, maybe to some that would definitely not say that if they had a falling out like this.
Sounds like he would have been mad either way, but that's what Jeffree
Right.
had to say on his TikTok live about Trisha. I certainly want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comments. Let me know all your thoughts. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye. Yikes. It seems like Jeffree's like going live more on TikTok, huh? I feel like a lot of people are going live on TikTok these days. I just don't know about going live on TikTok. I just feel like me on a live stream, I just feel like, oh Lord Jesus, I'm gonna get banned. I'm gonna get banned. Something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen because man, the way I would get banned on Meet Me, oh my God, I couldn't stand when I would get banned. That would make me so mad. Oh, it would make me so mad. But maybe one day, you know, I will definitely post it in my community tab and let you guys know if I remember going live on TikTok. I think I've only done it twice or once, something of that nature. Anyways, I have no words. I think Jeffree's just trying to stir and put his name into this. I'm kind of confused because Terry Joe, Trisha, Terry Joe, Ethan, Terry Joe was on H3. Y'all saw that? And then right after Trisha, Terry Joe, and then Terry Joe was speaking with Jeffree Star. Did y'all see that? Let me know your thoughts down below. I am out of here. I'm ready to take my makeup off. Actually, we might do another reaction because I do want to see the house tour that Trisha gave Tana. I do want to see that. Anyways, we'll figure it out. I will decide. If you made it all the way to the end, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all all in the next drama, in the next tea, in the next juice. Speaking of juice, I'm in love with apple juice in Europe because it's just tastes so much better than apple juice in America, and I don't know why. I truly don't know why. Bye, y'all. It's just like so good. Like, I don't know. It's like every single one I drink, it's just good. It don't even matter the freaking brand. It's just all of it is good. It's just juicy, you know? Anyways, let me shut up. I can talk about food forever.
Is there more?